back with another video, but today is super special day. It's a very exciting day because I have an exciting guest. I've known her for probably about 40, 50 years, but I'm going to let her introduce herself to you. We're going to be talking about three major subjects that affect seniors, and I'll tell you about those topics in just a moment, but introduce yourself.
I am Ernest P Stewart. The P stands for Perham, and Simon is very special to me because I worked for the federal government and retired in 2005. And being a widow, in the middle of the night, I became critically ill, and I ended up in the hospital, and I was there for 3 months in a coma too. And when I got out the hospital, I was on crutches, walker, wheelchairs, and things like that. And Simon was my hope.
Wow.
She told me, because she said, Miss Ernestine, I've always seen you out there walking. And she said, I'm going to see you walking again. I'm going to see you walking again. True enough, that I did get better. No walker, no wheelchair, none of that. Out walking. And not only that, I've also got married.
Wow. So you're in for a real ride for this interview. That did actually happen. And Ernestine has been an inspiration to so many people. She's a mentor, former evangelist. The list goes on. She's a biblical scout, counselor, and she
Toastmaster.
worked for the government for 40 years. That 40 years included 6 different agencies. But let me tell you what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about 3 subjects, 3 topics, and I'm going to look toward my notes. We're going to be talking about online dating because that's where she met her current husband. We're going to be talking about adult children, whether they're caring or controlling. And lastly, we're going to be talking about the mothering in the church. And is it still relevant? And are people still being mothers in the church, and our young people even listening?
Yeah.
So we're going to start out with the first topic. And this is the hottest topic, I would have to say, online dating as a senior. Ernestine, you wouldn't be able to tell her age just by looking at her. But she's well into her senior years. I'm 65. She's got a few years on me. I want to hear about this experience about online dating. And you gave us an kind of a backdrop where you had married, divorced, remarried, and you became a widow at a point in your life.
1988.
1988. And so currently remarried this year or last year as a senior. Tell the people, I really want to know more about how this really happened.
Online dating. It was during the pandemic. I was home alone, couldn't go out, nobody come to visit and everything. And I decided that what I would do is to witness about Jesus Christ online and talk to men.
Now listen to this.
Now I prefer being friends with men rather than women. Yep,
that's interesting.
They do not compete, and they don't have a lot of stuff going on. And I've always had friends, male friends. But anyway, online, getting to know each other and so forth, and learning the faith and everything. And I was just going to witness. But when I started asking them if they had a relationship with Jesus Christ, all of them did, until they came up to asking certain things and requirement of me. And that made me know, like, nah, this not going to work. I turned down over 3,000 men.
Woo! Put a pin in it. You said you turned down
over 3,000 men.
Over what span of time?
During the pandemic. The pandemic, I got COVID in November 2019. But so 2020, to 2022, that's when I met. I was meeting these men.
Were these men, what age category, or was it a range, or was it mostly seniors?
Oh, no, absolutely. They were seniors. And not only that, I would not date or continue to talk to. Now, I would witness to them, but you had to be a widower.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to pay for another woman's transgression. Yeah, I didn't want to pay for that.
Okay, I see. So you developed this relationship with this gentleman, and what led to deciding to marry, or how did you determine that this was the one?
The way I determined this was the one was we exchanged phone numbers. You're on the site for so long, and then you exchange phone numbers. And I like everything he told me. It was the truth. I trust you, but I verify.
Okay.
And he liked my children. He preferred my adult children. I have 3 of them. And when I'm talking to him on the WhatsApp, on my cell phone, my landline was ringing, and I shared so much about my children. He said, "That's probably your children." I said, "No. They don't need anything else." He said, "No. They really want to talk to you." And he preferred them. A lot of qualities that he had that I like. And another thing, I like his respect. He would never call me after 10 o'clock at night.
This sounds like a phenomenal gentleman. You vetted him first, and then he met those standards.
He met standards, yes.
So, had you planned on getting married to him? Or was your goal on this site to find someone, a life partner, or just?
No, that was not my goal. My goal was really to witness. But then after talking to so many, and then after, meeting him and talking to him and everything, and then I asked him questions. What was his goal? And I also asked him up front, was he in a relationship with anybody, or was somebody in a relationship with him?
That part.
That he hadn't told me about it. And we were very transparent.
So he sounds like he was honest and upfront.
Right.
And that was your criteria. And you took time to learn this and develop your relationship. Right. I want to know how was it a formal proposal? What?
As a matter of fact, also, I would not date anybody. I would not date anybody locally. Not at all.
Interesting.
I refuse. Right.
And that was
because I really wasn't looking to date. I just wanted to talk.
You just wanted to talk.
Yeah.
But it got good to you. Okay.
Yes.
And you wanted to know more.
More. Right.
Give me more.
Right. More and more and more. And when I saw that men were we had different values, what I would do is I would tell them, "You're a good man. And you're good for somebody, but just not for me." Yes. I say, and I gotta get out the way so I don't take the place of the one that you should be with.
She let him down easy.
Let him down easy.
And respectful and with dignity.
Right. And then they say, after the pandemic over, can we just meet? I said, maybe. So after the pandemic over, someone reached out and said, "Can we meet?" I said, "There's no need."
Ernestine,
There's no need.
there is no need,
Right.
and with a smile,
Yes.
with a
Right.
smile.
Right.
Tell me more about the gentleman that is that you have kept in position to make his next move.
Okay. He made us. After we talked a while, we finally met. In Canada.
In Canada.
Right. Right. We met in Canada
Okay.
because that's where he lived. And what I liked about him, because he told me that his aunt had gotten sick, and his aunt lived with her son. Her son was in a car accident. He went to his aunt's house, 97 years old, dressed her, brought her to his house, and kept her till she died. And that was admirable.
Yes, it was. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Very caring.
And so he was trying to come here, but he did. So my girlfriend, I have a girlfriend, and she said, let's go there. I said, girl, I don't go nowhere to meet no man. Not me. My parents will roll over in their dead if I even went to the corner store to meet a man. But anyway, he said, no, we can go and stay in a hotel, this, that. And we need to get out. We haven't done anything. We're retired. She also retired from the government. And so we decided, we went on the train. It was very, very good. It was awesome. It was really great. So we met. Wonderful. And I knew at that meeting that I wanted to be with him.
You knew it was on. Yes.
I did. I knew. And he said he knew it too.
Okay, because you could have probably sensed it.
Yes.
That this you had a vibe and a connection going on.
Right.
With him. Your ability to be able to accomplish this is quite amazing. I hear a lot of people trying to get in relationships, or they opt out of a relationship because they don't think that it'll work out, or they're not interested in, and they don't trust men, or
but they're too old.
Or they're too old. And so age has not been a factor for you. I don't say ability or distance.
Right.
Distance. Absolutely. So do you understand what I'm saying? What we're talking about right now with Ernestine is that she basically took the limits off. And that could be what's hindering you from another relationship.
And I think I prayed, I asked God. I said, God, I want to be married, because my one of my brothers, he wore the title of prophet. When I was 15, wasn't even dating. He said, Sting, you're going to be married 3 times. The first one is not going to last long. My first marriage lasted 1 year. The second one, he's going to die. And the third one, you're going to be happier than you ever been in all the days of your life.
He prophesied that.
Yeah, right, when I was 15.
When she was.
And I said, what? Back then, I didn't know nobody married twice. I said, you don't like me. That's why you said that. What's wrong with me? Why am I be married so many times?
Right. And
then, anyway, that's that. Yeah.
Wow. That brings another question to mind, actually. Do you get, or have you experienced backlash from being married at this stage of your life, and have others presented a side eye to you or anything like that?
No, nobody presented a side eye. And in my age, it really wouldn't matter. But my oldest daughter did tell me, Ma, if you marry that man, I'm going to divorce you. You're not my mother no more. And this and that and blah, blah. And I said, oh, is that right? And then, so I said, well, anything else you want to say? She said, no, just know that. And I said, well, girl, it's been nice knowing you. Anyway, she likes him now.
But she likes him now.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually another obstacle having adult children not agreeing with your lifestyle,
or they controlling it.
or they're trying to control it.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that subject in just a moment. This is really good. This is a good topic, and you're helping some older people to understand the possibilities, because you seem to be you're a fun person. Uh, See, Ernestine represents uh, her faith, her attitude, her positivity. Those things draw people to you. You know, you have to, as they say in the scripture, you have to be a friend to get a friend. You know, be
That's
a friend
right. That's
to
right.
get a friend, and
That's
she
right.
has shown herself that way.
Right. And another thing,
Mm-hmm.
some of my senior friends said that they are lonely and they don't get phone calls and things like that. Well, make a phone call and start your day with gratitude. Reach out to somebody. We have so many places,
Opportunities,
social media and everything, that we can say something kind to somebody. And anything you give out, it comes back.
You're saying a whole lot, because again, back to that term when I spoke earlier, take the limits off. I hear seniors sometimes say, "Oh, I don't do that computer. Oh, I don't do that stuff. I don't do social media." Well, it's how you use it.
Right.
You know, you control it. If
right.
You don't let social media control
you.
You control it. You turn it on, turn it off when you want. Okay, so listen, it's been good. We're strong into this interview. We're gonna take a quick break right now, and get back with you in just a moment. We're back, and so we're gonna sum up this online dating, and Ernestine's gonna give you a few tips, and we'll move on to our next subject. Okay. Tell the audience what you're the best way to online date, or the do's and the don'ts.
Now I'm not an expert, but based on me, some of those men that I turned down asked me to loan them money or send them a gift, and immediately that's a big red flag, and I refuse to be a collector of red flags. So that was my escape route.
Okay, and that's like a scamming thing. So so be aware.
But another thing, I just simply say no. I don't give men money. I don't give men money.
Okay.
And another thing I didn't do is accept money and big gifts, because my mama taught me as a child, if a man buy your Coca-Cola, he expects to squeeze it out of you. Oh, and ain't no squeezing going on here.
That's good. That's good.
And I would say that know what your values are and don't compromise. Don't compromise your value. I don't care how strong they may come on. Don't compromise your value. And be truthful and be honest. You can't be truthful and honest. You're hiding something.
Gotcha. So that's it in a nutshell. Yeah. So you may need to roll this tape back to listen to the full interview on online dating with Ernestine.
That results in marriage.
And that resulted in marriage. We forgot about all of that.
And I would say he's the kindest man. But one thing I've learned about being married is I learned more about myself.
That's beautiful. Learn more about yourself. And we are here. If we're not growing, we're dying.
For sure.
For sure.
That's right. We're not standing still. We're growing, or we're dying.
We're dying.
That's right.
Right. Number 2. Now, we're going to get into adult children. This is a hot topic, whether you're being controlled, or whether it's a controlling situation or a caring situation. And in our society today, we see both, and sometimes in relationships with adult children, there is abuse involved, which is the sad side, which is the downside of it. But understanding your adult children is definitely going to help in this type of situation. Now, Ernestine has 3 adult children, very educated, well informed, and community leaders. One's PhD and one's an author, and they have impacted the world. So, share with our audience about adult children and how you can identify controlling situations or caring situations, and what should we be doing as seniors? How can we
Okay.
help ourselves?
Now, my son, the youngest child, is a engineer and self-employed. One thing about him, Ma, if you like it, you want it, you do it, you get it.
All right.
My daughter, no, Ma, you can't do that. Each one is a different relationship. And so forth. Ma, are you wearing those shoes? Ma, you can't wear that. Yeah, and things like that.
That's a controlling kind of thing. Sometimes they don't, sometimes controlling can be mistaken for something else too.
Right.
But I can see some.
But I appreciate the fact that they listen to me. And they're very busy because they got to probably about not only their professors, they have their own business and doing other things too. Yeah, a whole bunch of stuff. Absolutely. But we talk every day, and they say, "What's going on in your world?" They listen to me. It's not just about them. They listen, and I listen to them.
Very important.
And then things that I don't like that they say, and they whatever. They're grown. They're adults. I go to God and I talk to God about it.
Wow, you've hit on a good point there, because even as adults, we can be sometimes controlling.
Yes.
And maybe not even realize it. I know with my daughter, she's the oldest. I have to always be aware if I'm crossing the boundary, and I've made it a point not to, ask about every little thing in her life and suggest certain things that she do or not do or whatever. I am a mother. We're mothers, so there's a difference in being a mother and being controlling, because we're nurturers.
Right,
we're nurturers. And you have strong relationships with your adult children. You said something so key. You said listening.
Yes.
And so when you listen, you get the respect as well. So they'll listen to you. You listen to them, and you are the parent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then one of my daughters, she would call and share things that in her life, and I'd say, "Oh, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't do that," and blah blah, and I go on like that, and then say, "But Ma, you're my mother. You're supposed to be on my side. You're supposed to be on my side." I said, "Well, I'll tell you what. In the future, when you call me, tell me what hat you want me to put on. Mother, friend, counselor. Let me know what hat you want me to put on." I said, and then I will go along with that. And then as a mother, I would say, when they have, "Oh, no, they shouldn't have done that. Oh." But as a counselor, I would say, "Now just tell me what you did. What were your response?" Like that.
Absolutely. We have to be intelligent about our relationships.
Yes.
We have to be intentional and purposeful.
Right.
We all have busy lives, but yet and still we're caring.
Right.
And we have to sometimes, and I've seen this and I've heard where relationships are not working out. Their adult children and their parents are at odds. And
it's
this is
strange.
and it's strange, and we're going to talk about that in a moment too, because in our relationships, it seems as if in both of our relationships we have um, built a strong relationship with our children, and unfortunately, I understand that some relationships have dissolved with parent and children, and there are estranged relationships with children.
Right.
I think we're passing off some of the problems to. We're saying we're playing a victim, and we're saying maybe the daddy and you had bad relationship with their fathers or things like that. How do we address, as a Christian woman, and I'm a Christian woman, we read our Bibles, um, we're educated, we've had careers and still are relevant in our communities. What can we do, or what do you see when you hear estranged or bad relationship with parents?
In those situations, I would say the meekest one will yield. The meekest one will yield. Now, I am a teacher, and I'm a motivator. I'm a mentor.
Because you've been a Toastmasters too.
All of that, but it's to my family first.
Sure.
Okay. And I'm to be the example that I want my children to be. So therefore, it would be good in those estranged relationships if mothers could keep the door open. Do something. Toss a shoe in there, something. At least don't stop talking. Don't stop interacting. At least do that.
Absolutely. And even if you're listening now and you're in that kind of situation, and maybe it's been many years, remember, we're talking about taking the limits off. And if you still want a relationship with your child, which I think is very important, it adds to the joy of your life. And if you have grandchildren, you're disconnected from your grandchildren. So you want to be able to take the high road and listen. People, if you are listening, I'm going to tell you a key. If you're listening, you'll have a question.
That's true.
If you're listening, you will have a question.
That's right.
Because if you have no questions in your mind, it kind of means you don't care, you're set in your ways, and you're just stuck. So keep that in mind, and things can turn around. Things can turn around. Nothing is
and
impossible.
With prayer. That's right. And with prayer.
Nothing is
That's
impossible.
Right.
Nothing is impossible. So we're going to hope you and wish you the best with your relationship with your adult child, because guess what? That child might be the one that has to take care of you.
Hey, that part. that part. And then I also hear senior citizens say the only time their children show up is on check day.
Ooh. Wow. That's a whole nother steamy question.
I thank God that my children don't have to take care of me, and I don't have to take care of them.
Oh, power to you on that, my sister. All right, we're going to head on to our next and our last topic for today. And I hope you've enjoyed this interview, and share it with somebody. Like and subscribe to my page and my channel. There's a plethora of other good information that you can find right here at Defining Moments Today 64. This last topic is kind of a unique situation because we grew up in the church. We're both PKs. We're both preachers' kids. And there were mothers in the church. We called them mothers. And they sat near the front of the church. They wore white and a little cap. And you were able to approach them, or they would correct you. They would correct you. Now that thing has changed a little bit. It's not so much more of what the Bible says about the older women teaching the younger But trust me, indeed, there are some who are listening. Some of our younger women, they are listening, and there are a lot of the ones who are growing, and are some of those who are in some of the happiest positions in their life. So Ernestine, tell me what you think and why you think that this scenario is changing today, where we see fewer mothers, less mothers. Is it because we have go to church less, or it's not honored, or what is it?
I think that we should interact with our young generation. Now, I'm going to always have me some young people because I can learn from them and everything. There's a lot of things about the computer and internet. And as a matter of fact, even in dating, being online, it was a young person that was helping me along the way in that. Yeah. And a whole bunch of things. But a lot of times, young people don't want you telling them what to do. I don't want you to tell me what to do. And like back in the day, we wore slips. Now they don't wear that. You can see through it and everything. And then, but I feel like I don't love you if I see something on your face and not tell you about it. I don't care about you at all. So therefore, I will ask permission. May I speak into your life? May I say something in your life? And then many people will ask me, say, I want you to be my mother. My mother died. I want you to be my mother. I said, the only way I can be your mother is you listen to me. If you don't listen to me, then I can't be it.
Can't be it.
They said, I'll listen.
That's a wonderful testimony. I had a young man that said to me, he said, could you be my auntie? I said, okay. Nephew.
Yeah.
Nephew.
Right.
It's so good to connect with young people. Because like you said, they can help us. We literally can learn from each other.
Absolutely.
And it's about connecting like that. And so if you're a young person, you're listening, please
find you
someone.
Senior citizen.
I recall growing up in the church where my father was pastoring. I was 18 years old. And one of the mothers, she just kind of worked her way into our lives. My father had just begun to pastor, and we gravitated to her for some reason. So she loved my parents to start, and then she showed a great love for me. And I literally developed a relationship with her, and she had to be, I guess, at that time, I don't know if she was in her 60s or what. She passed away, but I called her my other mother, and it was another reference, another source that I could go to instead of talking to my parents or some things I didn't want to mention maybe to my parents. And she was there, available, and I praise God for her. So it was very effective.
With a non-judgmental attitude.
And
realizing that they were young like you were too.
It's a two-sided street, I'm telling you. And so staying open to this is only going to bless your life.
Right.
When you ignore and think you know it all as a young person,
you don't know what you think you know.
You don't know what you think you know.
Right. Because even at my age, I'm going to tell you, I still don't know what I don't know.
Still don't know. And I told you she's up in age, right? She doesn't act like it. And that's the beauty of aging and staying vibrant and open to community activities and connecting with people. That extends your life.
Yes,
that extends your life, along with a great relationship with our God in heaven, our Heavenly Father. So it's just been good to chat with Ernestine today. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, but you know what, Simon? You're sweeter than a 5-pound bag of sugar.
I love that. I've never been told that in my entire life of 65 years old. I'm sweeter than a 5-pound bag of sugar. But back to you. It's been good. Check out my next video. I appreciate you stopping by today, and you have a blessed.